What up, what up, what up? You can see the flowers. I got my wife yesterday in the background. How fucking cute is that, huh? How cute is that? What's up? How we doing? How do I sound? I got a microphone. I'm still juggling with this fucking setup in my apartment. 700 square feet. What's up, Brock D? W's? We're back. I was just here doing push-ups. 10 sound good? All right, awesome. What the fuck? Why does it say delete? No, I don't want to delete. What's going on? Why is it saying that? It's like something is stuck. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Weird. Okay. Anyone got to play in the ice? I do. W's. We're going to have MidMajorMatt in here in a little bit. He was on his way home and said he should be there in about 30 minutes. But you know what? I'm going to have to fucking send him the link. I'm on dinner duty, too, on top of that. Poured myself a nice, delicious beer. I should cheers, Matt. But let me go ahead and do that. Excuse me, sir. Can I get a Mega Whale on FAU to win the Natty, please? Dusty May? Chris Collins? Baby, what the fuck? I don't know what. I just looked at Javon's tweet. I don't know what he's talking about. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Did I cook? What else should I bet tonight? Besides the boys playing the song. Oh shit! W's Austin. That's hitting. W Austin, love that shit. Okay, sorry about that. He works for the books, brother. You never stood a chance. Very funny, MidMajorMatt, you fucker. What's up, Bats? What are you going to chef up? Well, we're going over bracket talk. There's more bracket talk. What's up, Richfield Tech? What's up? What's up? Fuck, I'm grabbing a brew now. Yeah, delicious. What's for dinner? So I'm making a chicken salad. Let's see. What do we got? We got some cherry tomatoes, some roasted corn, not chicken salad, like chicken and mayo, like actually a salad with grilled chicken. I don't know if that just did anything better or worse. Roasted corn, pickled onions, dates, avocado, crumbled goat cheese. What else? Did I say cherry tomatoes, sliced almonds, the goods. What kind of chicken? I just got like the chicken strips, small, thin, and you season them up nice, little adobo, and that's it. Just on the pan for a couple minutes each side. They cook pretty easily. What's up, Bender? Long time no see, man. Hope all is well. I'm having salmon, mashed potatoes, and asparagus. Nice. I had a pork chop last night with mashed potatoes and mushrooms. By chance you have a play? Oh, I'm sorry, Dilly Daggers. Yeah. I don't, man. I'm really sorry. I don't. Could be a fucking under, maybe. I like getting a rotisserie. Oh, dude, me too, Bats. Me too. Rich says it's the bolts. Shit. Yeah, the bolts might be getting hot. Bats. So my mom, when she makes chicken salad, sometimes she'll do like canned chicken, which I think is kind of gross, but my wife loves it. I like the rotisserie. BP Macro on YouTube. What's up? I want 3 or 4 NBA favorites minus 10 or more. Wow, it's the bolts or point SOGs. Bolts are hot. They are hot. They are hot. W's Danny Dilly Daggers going to the game. Have a great time. I've only been to the T-Mobile Arena once. It was to see Bad Bunny a couple weeks ago. Dude, it's gross, Brock. It's gross. So actually, fuck, man. On that note, I got to get my plays in. I got to get my fucking plays in. By the way, if you sign up for Pickett, promo code DGen, you get $3. I get $3 too, full disclosure. New follow. What's up, Rouse623? Vinny Diaz, Jake L. Oh, that was earlier today. W new followers. 2,562 followers. I'll tell you, this is a fucking grind. There ain't no easy way to do it. But I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it. I don't have a lot of time. I'm fucking 36. I don't have a lot of time. Are you taking Iowa with me, DJ? And Brock, man, I don't know how. I don't think I want to take the spread. Excuse me. I don't think I want to take the fucking spread. Hold on. Take CSU. Spurs have your name on it. Do they really? I haven't even sniffed. I'm gonna take an NIT game tonight. I like Boise. I do like Boise. I'm gonna wait on Boise. Where is the NIT? I'm gonna bet the NIT tonight. Here's what I'm gonna take. All right. I'm gonna take. I like North Texas. I like Virginia Tech. I like Virginia Tech a lot, actually. It's Virginia. Stop it, Snides. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking with Virginia, dude. I'm not fucking with Virginia. Please, no Virginia. Please, I'm begging you. Why do you guys want Virginia? What time is that game? The game's not till 9. All right. I have a funny GIF that I want to put for that. Minnesota Butler, nothing for me. I do like Iowa, man. -5.5. They are -120 on FanDuel. South Florida and UCF. I like UCF. I'm going to take UCF first half. That's what I'm going to take. I like UCF first half. I do like North Texas. I like North Texas a lot, actually. Should I not? And I also like, I'm going to play. I got one play in the ice. I'm actually going to punch that in right now. I got a little bit of time at UCF. We're going to run this for about an hour. I'm going to shut it down. Then I got to cook dinner for my wife. Sorry, there is a balance. Guys, I'm telling you, man, if I started doing this fucking 10 years ago in my mid-20s, we would have a great fucking time all the time. It's got to be a balance in life. You know what I mean? Got to be a balance in life. I'm sure if you're a married man, you can probably understand. And if you're single, enjoy it, dude. Seriously, enjoy it. All right, enjoy it up. I'm gonna go Blues on the puck line, and I'm gonna sprinkle on the money line. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Blues on the puck line, straight bets. I don't want to parlay. I'm gonna go Blues, and I'm gonna go money line. Fuck it, why not? So I got all right. I didn't even shop around. Don't tell Cornfields I didn't shop around. I'm going Blues. North Texas seems very popular. Do they? Anyone know how to put the NAT games in action? Oh, are they not in there? Yeah, there's got to be a way, dude. Yeah, go hit the filter. Right? Right there where it says D1. That's where you want to go. Go to NIT. That's what you want to do. I'm gonna go. You know what else I'm gonna do? You know what else I'm gonna fucking do? I'm gonna take the fucking Senators team total under. Oh, Beeman. Good call. VT and Iowa moneyline Bozo pack is -1.7. I actually don't hate that. I really don't. I don't hate that. First half under. It's been a wag. Oh, I have Thursday. By the way, Thursday. Breaking news. Thursday. We're going to do a live sweat. I'm going to start a little bit later. I have an appraisal to go to at 10. I can't move it. I got appraisal to go to. I'm going to start a little bit later, but we're going to roll it into fucking Michigan State. And we're going to do first half under is going to be a POD. All right. So you don't have to tell me. You can do whatever you want, but we're going to sweat. We're going to sweat. We know defense. All right. I'm going to take the fucking Senators. I'm going to take the Senators under. Yeah. Hold on. Let me put this on my action real quick. I am on Pickett too. If you guys go to Pickett, I am on Pickett. All my bets on Pickett. All right. Blues +1.5. I did not shop around. Please don't tell Cornfields. And I got the money line at +176. Let's put that in there for half a unit. That means the Avalanche will probably win fucking 5-2. Fuck Georgiev, man. I'm just not a Georgiev guy. I'm going to take the Senators team total under too. I mean, does Ottawa really want to fucking play? Do they want to play? Let's see. It says -135. I hope you know how transparent I am. Action Network consensus is -135, but I got -138, so I'm going to adjust it to a worse number. And that happens more often than you would think. I'm going to go. Let's go back to FanDuel. Let's go to the NHL. Oh, no, that's NFL. Let's go to the NHL, and let's go to the Senators. You know, I fucking hate the Senators. Matt being late to give us Arizona again, GG. That's actually very funny. Beeman, you're a funny motherfucker. I gotta say, you're a sneaky funny dude. I feel like you're not as chatty as you once were. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you've always been this chatty. All right, under 2.5 goals, -120. Yeah, give me that. Give me that for you. Give me that for you. -120. Senators under 2.5. You know why? Because just fuck the Senators. You know. Okay. Team total, putting this in right now. You know what? Fuck it. While I'm at it, I may as well just put in UCF first half. Where Furl been these days, dude? I don't know, man. Fucking hope all is good with Furl. It's my dog. I don't know what's up with Furl. I know he was starting a new job. I know he's pretty corp. Hope all is well with my guy Furl. What was I just gonna do? Oh, that's right. I was gonna go to basketball. Let's see. Basketball. I can't fucking I can't bet on Colorado State as much as I fucking want to, man. All right, NIT games. Give me South Florida. I mean, Jesus. Give me Central Florida fucking first half. What's the first half line? Wow. UCF to win the first half is -188. That seems steep. I'm taking -2.5. -115. Bang. DJ, you like the Flyers? No, not really. I would square up with the Leafs. I was on Owner's Box. Who needs a sub? Banksky. WB, man. I used to chat a lot more, but Corp. Been kicking my take. W's. Is that a wheat beer or hazy IPA? Hazy IPA. Bats. Hazy IPA. It's delish. I love a hazy. Love a hazy. I don't know why I still have this comment on here. Yeah, I can't say I like the Flyers, man. I get it if you do, though. I don't. Please speak up now or I'm gifting to a rando. Who needs a fucking sub? Let's see who's in here. We got 34 people in here. Is everybody subbed? Wow. W support, guys. I can appreciate it. All right, let's see. NIT. Staffardson. Oh, here they go. Tucker SB, Staffardson, Big Wit. Big Wit, your sub, bro. Bang. Tophy's got one. W Beeman. W Beeman. Appreciate the sub bangs, my dude. Okay. Who's on UCF? Oh, Steve Gordon's on the under. Oh, Crab is on UCF. Nice. All right. W Bucket going to Fontainebleau. Very nice. Very nice. Wow, Beeman with a sub bang. Look at this. Give it 13 subs to the channel. W's, dude. Steak Friend with a sub bang. Brian makes your day. Beeman with a sub. Beeman's fucking. What got into Beeman today, ladies and gents? What in the world got into Beeman? W's. Where's Mid-Major? Dude, I don't know. I got shit to do too. I got fucking 48 minutes. I had to take care of all the pleb. What's a pleb? Oh, God, I hate that I have to ask that. What is a pleb? What is a pleb? I hate that I have to ask that. I'm very sorry. If Texas Tech doesn't win, D-Gen, you're getting boomer alert. Yeah, my bad, dude. My bad. Where the fuck is Mid-Major? Pleb is someone not sub. Oh, W. All right, he said be home in 30 anyways. I'm gonna say hurry your ass up. I got hard stop at 7. All right, Mid-Major. Fucking taking his sweet ass time. Sipping on the playing the song. Let's fucking go. Ariel Rodriguez, W's. So you guys are bricking me up. Go Magic. Orlando Magic. Oh, you know what? I wonder if FanDuel is offering a cash out. Do you see someone in the Spurs jersey today by chance? That's very funny. So my reasoning for that is this. I think that USF had a pretty emotional run. A really, really good season. I watched them play UAB. UAB just was out for blood, man. Where's the link? Oh, shit. Did it not send? Oh, no. Did it not send? Oh, fuck. It didn't send. Damn. The link didn't fucking send. That might have been my bad. W Beeman gifted subs, by the way. Damn, I might have to fucking tail. Matt is hiding from my way. So I think that UCF had they had a great season. What are they, 24-7? They had a big run in the tournament. I mean, not a big run in the tournament. I'm sorry. They got stopped in the tournament. And I just think they're going to come out a little flat. I think UCF's going to be fucking hungry to win this NIT. There he is. Matt, I'm so sorry. W gambling lap, by the way. I sent it as soon as I got on here. There are witnesses, but then I just went, this never happens. It was a red message and it said, try again. I was like, holy shit.
Dude, no worries. Nice to have, thanks for having me. Nice to see you as always.
Well, no, thanks for coming on. I'm really looking forward to it. Greg and Steak are as well. Neither of them can make it on the stream tomorrow. I'm going to try to fill in. I think I got Beeve coming on. I'll maybe have one more person come on, but they are very eager to hear what you have to say about the tournament. As I mentioned in the tweet, you are a certified ball knower. And I think how many followers do you have on Twitter? You have like
1,800, I think.
Yeah, that you should have like 5,000.
Dude, I'm too mean. We all know it. I'm okay with it too. You know, I like being honest.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with it.
No, I know.
I think you're a fantastic. You are such a kind person, and you don't let, like, when you get irritated, you can tell, but you don't let it show on social media, because I know you're trying to grow yourself, and I think it's phenomenal. I do this for fun. I love making connections with people, like I have with you guys and some other guys. I'm not really doing it more for that. So
Okay.
like when I have something mean to say to kind of put people in the place, I'm not really afraid to say it.
Okay.
And it is what it is, but I appreciate you.
I like it. I'm a pretty honest guy. I mean, you know, I try to avoid the beef. I dabbled in it with fucking Mikey Overs and I think
yeah, how'd that fucking go?
Yeah, not great. Although I see Ben Carey and fucking everybody else dragging them and not getting any chirps, but whatever. We're gonna move past that. Man,
it's because they're taller than 6 feet, DJ. It's something about like our height. It's something.
All right, so we don't have time to waste because we're 15 minutes after 6, which is fine. I said I have a hard stop at 7. I mean, it's a little soft, but yeah, I want to get into the tournament. So there are. I made my bracket. I don't know. Did you make your bracket today?
I did. I finalized it.
Okay, so well, first and foremost, how many brackets do you typically do?
Dude, when I started like having a platform, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, I only do one now. I think it's stupid to have more than maybe 3 max.
Yeah, right.
And if you have 3 different, I mean, you bet, I think 2 different conference, you have 3 now tickets with FAU, Duke, and Arizona, right? Do you have more than that for tickets wise?
FAU, Duke, Arizona. No, you're correct. That's it.
So I think if you bet on more than that, I have 6 futures, and I don't really love that, but I think if you the more brackets you make, the less important it becomes, right? You know, like Ollie tweeted earlier at some point today. He's like, I'm better than all of you because I posted 1 bracket. I don't disagree with that. The more brackets you have, the more you fucking, well, I got this guy in this bracket. I hedged FAU with Northwestern. It's all stupid. So I think if you have one opinion, you got to stick with it and, you know, just be a man about it and stand on your hill. Die on the hill that you stand on.
I like that. I'm a 2 bracket guy. I do one that I think really might happen. What are you laughing about?
So Bats was I'm a cheap motherfucker. So Bats was nice enough to allow me like his ESPN login for ESPN Plus. I clicked the link that Steak sent me and it logged me in automatically to Bats' like ESPN, and I changed his entire fucking wife's bracket on accident. So I fucked it up, dude. So,
Could you imagine if that was a fucking winning bracket?
Well, yeah, I told Bats to tell his wife she's welcome. It was fucked up. I just fixed it.
So this is what I do. I have one serious bracket.
Yeah.
And then I have one bracket where you kind of want to hedge a few things, like games where you're 50-50, you go the opposite route. But it's like you really shoot from the hip, you know, like a little bit more chaos. My first bracket, I do have UConn. I have a little bit of chalk, but I have some big upsets that I want to talk to you about. So I'm trying to think. I'm going to do one more bracket. I'm trying to think who my winner is going to be. It's probably going to be Arizona or Duke. And yeah, that's a little bit of bias because those are the tickets I have. So you said you have 6 futures. Do you mind telling me who you have money on? And then please telling me who you're most confident in.
Absolutely. So the one now, and I know it's not a great bet because all of Twitter says so. So I love Arizona. You know, the more I talked about it, when I saw them bench Bothwell and Caleb Love in the Pac-12 tournament against Oregon, they play in the West bracket, which plays in Utah, which is contiguous to Arizona, so I love that. W, if you know the word contiguous.
I do not.
By the way.
I don't.
So it's a state that touches another state. They share a border.
Oh, adjacent.
Sure, adjacent. for the layman's people in chat, adjacent. So I love Arizona. They play close to home, but also their path to the final, like the Sweet 16, the Elite 8. I love it for them. You know, they play Long Beach State, which I don't think they stand a chance in round 1. Maybe they cover 20 points. I don't think there's a chance they win the game. In the second round, if they play against Nevada wants to run fast. Arizona's the second best team running fast in the fucking nation. Or they play Dayton. Dayton is very poor at keeping up with offensive guard play. And again, that's what Arizona thrives at. The next round, they have either St. Mary's, Grand Canyon. I fucking forgot the whole bracket. I have to look at.
That's okay. I have it up. Do you want me to tell you? They play the winner of Dayton, Nevada. You got Baylor, Colgate, Clemson, New Mexico, Bama, Charleston, Grand Canyon, St. Mary's, Michigan State, Mississippi State, North Carolina.
Yeah, so I think they make it to Baylor Colgate winner. I'm sorry, Baylor and fuck, I forgot already.
Baylor and then the Clemson, New Mexico winner.
Yeah, so they get the winner of that, and if they play Baylor again, I think Baylor's just a little too young. They have some great young offensive pieces with Misi and Jacoby Walter, but the last time we saw Caleb Love play was in the actual national championship when they lost. In 2021. So I think he's out for revenge. I think Tommy Lloyd's pissed off the way that he rightfully was showing he did not care about the Pac-12 championship. He wants to play for the future. This is it. This is the ending of the Pac-12. A lot of narratives I'm talking about, obviously. Do you know where the championship of the NCAA basketball tournament is played?
This year, I feel like last year was it? No, it wasn't Arizona. Was it Jerry World?
No, it's Glendale. It's Glendale again.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So
oh wow.
Right.
Oh wow.
So, dude, there's a lot of narratives. I love their path. I think UNC has a really tough time with either Michigan State and or the top half of their bracket. And I think Arizona walks to the Final Four. Maybe not walks, but I think they get to the Final Four.
God.
There's a lot of narratives I like, man, for Arizona. And I know their metrics look awful. I know they look really bad on defense at times. I just bought into them, really. It's them and Purdue. Purdue are my two favorites. But I now have my highest money wager on Arizona.
Okay. Well, I like to hear that. I joined Arizona for a couple of reasons you mentioned. The biggest thing for me was their draw. And my next question actually has to do with that. I don't really respect a ton of teams in this region, but I will admit, I don't know a lot about any of them. I don't know a lot about the teams in general. But you mentioned Baylor's young. They don't really scare me. Dayton, Nevada, I couldn't tell you. I didn't watch them once this year. Clemson and New Mexico, either one of those winners will scare me a little bit.
Yeah.
Bama doesn't scare me. Charleston doesn't scare me. St. Mary's and Grand Canyon. This is what I want to ask you about. And I think somebody mentioned in the chat. Actually, Jake Hazen did. I feel like you know the Gales pretty well. Infamously, I think this was early in the season. You might know what I'm going to bring up. You said in the Discord, Gales are my biggest play. At that point, I think it was a 5, maybe even a 10-unit bet for you.
10-unit
bet. I thought you were talking about St. Louis. And I was looking frantically. I was like at my mom's house. I was going to meet family for dinner or something. I'm like, all right. I was like scrolling down, there's 100 billion fucking NCAA games.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find St. Louis. And I'm like, well, certainly they don't play past 9:00. So I didn't tail. And then I come to find out they're fucking St. Mary's and the game was already over and everybody won and was happy and was praising MidMajorMatt. So this team. I feel like you're a West Coast guy. Are you buying into St. Mary's?
I think they have an incredibly tough matchup in round 1, round 64 against the Antelopes.
So you respect Grand Canyon?
I think St. Mary's wins. Okay. Grand Canyon, I fucking hate how many free throw calls they get a game. They were averaging 39 free throw attempts in their run in the tournament. I fucking despise that.
Do they have big guys? What's the reason?
So they're actually the tallest team in the country.
Well,
which is a weird stat.
That's so weird.
But it's a small private school, like out on the West Coast, Grand Canyon. Mm-hmm. It's so weird that they have the tallest team in the country, but they're not super athletic, oddly enough. But they have this guy. It's Grant Foster. He actually fell down on the court 2 years ago, and his heart stopped, and he almost died. And now he's projected a lottery pick if he plays. The way he's playing is he projected a lottery pick. So the story behind him is fucking amazing. Yeah, it's awesome. But outside of him, they struggle at times a lot to score, and they just rely on the free throw line, which I will always fade a team in March that has relied on that to this point in the season. I think St. Mary's is Grand Canyon wants to run, like they want to just run up and down. It's weird because of how tall they are, because they want Grant Foster just getting rhythm. St. Mary's plays at one of the slowest paces in the country. They are coming off of 10 days rest. They're coming off of beating Gonzaga, another really fast team, and they're coming with a coach that is experienced and knows how to play fast teams. I think they frustrate the Antelopes, and I think they slow it to a pace where they just become uncomfortable offensively.
Damn. Okay, well said. Are you going to be on that under?
No, because what I've seen the Lopes do also in games that they're down, 10 points with 3 minutes left, they start fouling. So I hate coaches that start fouling like 5 minutes ahead of when they should be, or that refuse to give up. I fucking hate that as an underbetter. Yep. I get the the perspective, but I like when they stand no chance and they continue to foul. It just gives me I want to punch a baby when I watch that happen.
Okay, here is a matchup I am so excited to ask you about because I'm so perplexed. Actually, no. If there was that meme where the guy's walking with the girl and looking at the other one, that's probably that's the most appealing matchup I think.
That's the one in front. But who's behind you? Who's catching your attention?
Michigan State, Mississippi State.
Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts?
So here's the thing. The don't fade Izzo in March narrative is very popular and very trendy.
Is it not dead this year?
Well, that's what I'm getting at, and maybe I'm way off. I don't think anybody wants anything to do with Michigan State. Do you agree?
I'm on the same page. I'm on the absolute same page. So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the last thing I was going to say is this: I don't know that I can get there with Michigan State. I did watch Mississippi State. I think I tweeted something about it when they just beat the shit out of someone. Was it Tennessee or something in the SEC tournament?
Mississippi, yeah. I think it was round one or whenever they matched with Tennessee.
Their bigs were playing bully ball. They were fucking fired up to play that game. Did they blow their load? I don't know, but I mean, I think they covered against Auburn. I don't know that I necessarily want to fade them, but if I removed the Michigan State nobody wanting to be on them, I would be very comfortable betting on Mississippi State. From what I just saw in the SEC tournament, and Michigan State's done nothing to impress me. So, but it scares me that nobody really likes Michigan State right now. Are you playing this game? It sounds like you agree with me at least, or do you have a read on it?
I picked Michigan State to advance. Again, okay. I think I was with you by the time on Sunday when the bracket was revealed. Why the fuck is Michigan State even in the tournament? Every space, every podcast, every talk show is saying Izzo and Michigan doesn't belong here. And yet they opened up as a fucking favorite that blew the fuck off of Tennessee, in the SEC tournament. Mm-hmm. And that cannot be just line. That cannot just be respect for Izzo. Obviously there's respect for Izzo got him to this point. Mm-hmm. The line, there's no way it's just Izzo. What we know from Mississippi State, the Bulldogs, every fucking team is a Bulldog in this tournament. They really struggle to score, and they don't really have an inside presence. And what we know from Michigan State, they have really they have senior guard play, which that's why a lot of people like them in really close games. They make really good decisions, but they fucking suck inside. They have two freshmen or a junior that are absolute ass on the inside, but that's not an issue because Mississippi State can't take advantage of it. So if you're telling me it's a close game and it's up to guard play and coaching, it's Michigan State for me. And I think they make this an absolute fucking rock fight, and Michigan State, I'm on them to advance because everybody, every time opens up this conversation with, they shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here.
So on that note, I love hearing you say this, and I hope you approve this. I'm going to live sweat the game that afternoon. I think the BTL guys are going to be out, so the afternoon's open, and I have some stuff to do in the morning. So I'm going to start later. I'm going to sweat, and I'm going to make the first half under of this game my POD, and it might even be a 2-unit play. It sounds like you co-signed that.
Absolutely. Izzo will not make this. He's going to crawl every possession. I think Mississippi State is happy to do so. Okay. So I have no issue with that whatsoever.
By the way, I see people saying bats, W bats, 10 units, sub bang. I don't wear condoms gets one. Raw Dawes TV, Chris E-Bomb, Contavion, W's. Thank you, bats. Appreciate the support. And I feel like in the community of sports gambling Twitter, there's only a handful of older, senile, grumpy old men, and I feel like it might be Bats, you and me, and a couple others, curmudgeon. So Bats, appreciate it. All right, so I'm almost ready to move out of this region, but the last thing I have to ask you, well, I guess I probably should ask you about Clemson, New Mexico, but the last thing I want to ask you, and we could be quick on this, sure. I don't really respect North Carolina. I'm not saying they're going to lose in round one, but I don't think they're going to win. I don't even know that they're going to make it to the Final Four, and I might bet them not to if I can find, I'm sure, the odds out there. I was going to look at fading North Carolina. Do you approve or disagree with that?
I completely agree. So the one reason I don't like North Carolina is because of RJ Davis. I think he's one of the best point guards in the country, which is their point guard, if you didn't know.
I do. I have watched him play. He's very good.
Very good. But he has to average at least 20 to 25 points a game for them to stay in most games. Or to win big against the better That's fair, but Ollie's only
Ollie.
like 27, so he's just like he only acts old.
I thought he was 40. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's because he lives in Rhode Island and they get the sun like once every year.
Yeah, and he's always got a hoodie on. Talks slow, but anyway, sorry not to distract you.
That's okay. We get distracted easily.
Yeah,
what was I going to say? What rant was I going on?
North Carolina, RJ Davis has to.
Oh, he has. There's in the entirety of the tournament in the last 30 years, there's been like 2 guys that average 20 points per game. I don't know if RJ Davis could do that every fucking round. Mm-hmm. I think they have a really good team. I don't think they're tournament worthy. I have them losing to. Let me pull up Batts' wife's bracket.
They play Mississippi State, Michigan State winner. I had Michigan State beating them.
So I don't, because I do think that's where the offensive ineptitude of Izzo's team, I think, shows its head. This is so I have the College of Charleston beating North Carolina in the Sweet 16.
Wow, so you have them beating Alabama.
I have them beating Alabama. I have them beating my boyfriends in St. Mary's. I have them beating North Carolina, and I have them losing to Arizona in the Elite Eight.
Wow. Okay. For the sake of tempo and pace, quickly tell me who you like between Clemson and New Mexico. I feel like New Mexico is kind of a Drake-ish team where everybody's on them. Nobody's respecting Clemson. It's scaring the piss out of me.
In my brackets, I want New Mexico so bad with my heart. I picked Clemson.
Wow.
I had to.
Okay.
I picked the senior guards that can slow it down and control pace and tempo.
Well, that's interesting because I felt like everybody says New Mexico has the good guard play.
They have the best athletic guard play, but I think the more senior guards in Gerard and Hunter on Clemson, I think they slow it down because they don't want to run with New Mexico. Mm-hmm. And when they slow it down, PJ Hall is going to get 30 against New Mexico's defense on the inside. So that's my issue. Okay. But there's a huge trend going around. Every 11 seed that's ever opened up is a favorite against the 6 seed. They're like 9-1 all time, so people are betting blindly off of that. And I think it's a good trend, but I'm just kind of going away from it. Okay. I want New Mexico. I just can't.
Fair enough. Let's hop over. I don't know if anybody's got their bracket up, but I'm just going to hop over to the other side of it on the bottom of it, the Midwest.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got Purdue, top dog, Tennessee, which I saw Freddie Mills. Most of us are familiar with Freddie Mills. He likes Tennessee in this one, which I kind of respect.
Very smart guy.
Very smart guy. I kind of respect that because in a way, I feel like everybody's sort of sleeping on Tennessee. And I think he had them preseason, but he might be doubling down on it a little bit. I will say that piqued my interest. You know, I'm not somebody that just goes around and tells everybody I see on Twitter, but I like a little bit, a couple of things about that. How I like a team that has a chip on their shoulder, has a lot of talent, maybe had a bad loss, has time to dwell on it, and comes into the tournament a little bit slept on. Tennessee kind of checks all those boxes. So I thought about adding them. I only have 3 futures. I might do something with them. I'm not 100% sure. But there's a couple of matchups in this side of the bracket that I want to bring to your attention. Tennessee St. Mary is not, or St. Peter's is not one of them. Neither is Texas. I like Akron. Speaking of that, I do believe somebody said that he also likes Akron, but I don't know a damn thing about Akron. I will tell you this, though. I'm just not in love with Creighton. And I feel like a lot of people are, but I'm having deja vu because I remember people loved Creighton last year. I liked them too. And I had 5 units on them in person in the Big East tournament. I swear they lost that game on purpose, or they were just drunk or hungover. But I really did. I really thought about like, fuck, they had a pretty good number. They have a good makeup. Nembhard is not there anymore, and he pissed me off. They almost beat San Diego State. Are you drinking the Creighton Kool-Aid, or are you staying away from them?
I have them losing to Purdue in the Elite Eight.
Okay.
And I have Creighton beating Tennessee in the Sweet 16.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. So you respect Creighton?
I do. I saw at the latter points of the season, not the Big East tournament, Steve Ashworth, he found his rhythm in this offense alongside Shireman, Kalkbrenner. I know. I fucked it up.
That's pretty funny. Bad. That's pretty funny.
And Alexander. 3 amazing offensive players, for Creighton. Ashworth comes in. They didn't really find their stride till mid-season, later parts of the season, and they looked phenomenal when they did. That's when they beat UConn by 20 in Omaha. And I think they find that again. Remember, the last game they played this last year, they lost to SDSU when they fucking shot like 20%. Mm-hmm. So a lot of this core team is back again.
Good point.
So I like that. They have McDermott as a coach. He's been there. He hasn't had success, but he knows what to do against these tough-nosed teams. And I think Ashworth gets them over the bump that they couldn't get over last year.
Well, I do have Akron winning in my bracket. I'm not going to take a money line. I will take them probably with the points. Don't love it necessarily, but
I do think Akron covers.
Okay, cool. I like to hear that. I'd like to go right to the game above this on the bracket at least. 6-11, South Carolina, Oregon. I'm almost more intrigued by this one than Clemson, New Mexico, which is weird to say.
Yeah.
This is just a weird matchup on paper. Am I crazy, or did they play each other when Frank Martin was the coach a couple of years ago in the Final Four? When Dylan Brooks was there, Frank Martin was South Carolina. Was that a Final Four game? Or
I don't think it was. I think it was to get to the Final Four.
Okay.
Beat South Carolina. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
So regardless, on paper, this is such a weird matchup. I feel like South Carolina is like a slower, uglier style of team. Oregon could score. I know they have Dana Altman, who's got a pretty good record. So like ultimately, I said fuck it. I went with Oregon. I think Oregon can like eke out a win. I could see South Carolina getting up early in this game. This is also maybe a first half under. I don't know if you have a strong lean. If you don't, we can move past it. But do you have a pick in this game?
Not a huge strong lead, but
Okay.
I think Steak and I mentioned it. You know, underdog that overperformed in the Pac-12 to win the Pac-12 championship because they were not going to get in this tournament unless they won. So they have this guy in Folly Dante. Have you heard of him?
No.
Phenomenal player. He's their big man.
This is Oregon?
Oregon. He went 15 of 15 against Colorado in the Pac-12 championship.
From the free throw line?
No, just a field goal attempts.
Oh my God.
And what's the better part is he went 14 of 14 the previous game, so he didn't miss a fucking shot. But they're all like dunks and like little hook shots and whatever. My issue is that he's made of glass and he's gonna get injured. And I think South Carolina could just play very physical with him down low. And when he goes out of the game, they struggle a lot. So I do think South Carolina laying 4 points against this team opening, I think that's pretty telling still. So I'll stick with South Carolina.
Okay. Just quickly, are you fading Kansas?
I have them losing to Purdue in the Sweet 16. I think they do not cover against Samford. I think Gonzaga eases past McNeese. I think Kansas then covers against Gonzaga. And then when everyone starts to buy the Kansas fucking Kool-Aid again, Purdue just rolls them.
So that's fair enough. So it sounds like you like Purdue, which is totally fine. I know Steak likes Purdue as well. Matt, I tweeted this, and it was one of my better performing tweets in a while, and I'm shocked, but I think it says something. As the bracket was being announced, I said I think McNeese State will be the most trendy dog in round one. I couldn't believe how well it did, 118,000 views. And it tells me one thing. People know McNeese State.
Yes.
And so Gonzaga was 6.5. I think they're down to 6. I don't know what to do. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to bet Gonzaga. I don't know if I'm just going to lay it with the spread or I'm going to do like a money line parlay or something. It sounds like you do think Gonzaga is going to win, but do you think they cover?
I do think they cover. So I think McNeese, they keep it close, but I think they're also like they have this kind of Cinderella shoe on already for some reason. They're getting talked a lot about on Twitter and on their social media platforms. So I think that kind of pressure, they start when they're losing at the end of the game, they start fouling a little too early, which I think gets Gonzaga over the spread.
Okay. That's that. I can actually see that. That makes sense to me.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah. And they have Nemhard, by the way, from Creighton.
I did know that.
He's playing phenomenal.
He is.
Phenomenal.
For some reason, I wasn't sure if he went to Arizona or Gonzaga, but then I bet Gonzaga recently first half. They did not cover, and that's when I was reminded of it. So, okay, well, I'm glad to hear you say that. I have no read in Utah State TCU. I don't think many people are interested. Yeah, you're shaking your head.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to ask you about in this region, and then we'll go to the next one. You have Purdue doing what?
I have them beating Houston in the Final Four to lose to Arizona in the championship.
Fair enough.
So I have them coming out of the bracket.
So you do think they come out of the bracket, and you have chalk in the next one. Let's go to that. So I cannot wait to talk to you about Houston because I have them going down in round 2. And I
heard your fucking Nebraska love earlier. I saw that.
So I'm going to tell you why I like Nebraska, and you are more than welcome to laugh in my fucking face.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to grab a beer because I'm enjoying this. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to listen now. So you can feel free to keep talking.
Oh, no, take your time. It's okay. I can entertain the crowd for a second. I'm going to pull up in the meantime. I'm going to pull up Nebraska's recent schedule. So on the board review today, by the way, W's, I see what's up, fellas? They're injured. W, Matt, what game we talking? 522 on Twitter. Unfortunately, Nutbuster, I don't think that that's accurate as much as I would like to believe it is. I do not think the Twitter views are accurate. Who's injured? Bats. The Zags have the pieces to the Elite Eight and Myers and Empire's lights out. Okay, fair enough. Can I hop on and fill out a bracket? OG Sharp. Stop. It's accurate. Cheers. Cheers, Snizey. Top 3 defense on the Torvik. Houston, Iowa State, Nebraska. You know, it's funny. That had nothing to do with why I bet them to. It was actually up.
Oh, okay. DJ doesn't fucking know that. No shot he knew that.
No shot I know that. By the way, Matt, if you had to pick, do you like Torvik or Ken Palm or neither?
I use 0 of them.
Okay.
In my capping. I peep at them, but like, why would I let someone else dictate my own thoughts? I'm doing okay so far, so I'm going to keep rolling with myself at the moment.
Makes sense. What beer are you drinking or about to drink?
Lagunitas IPA. It's just West Coast, kind of stable.
Fun fact, I wasn't a beer guy until like my late 20s. I was hardcore whiskey. Started to drink beer, and I could not get into IPAs. I hated IPAs. The bridge to get me into IPAs, because now I'm drinking a hazy right now, which I love, was Lagunitas. Yep, I had like a work function, and I was like, "Ooh, this is really nice." And it was like, "Oh, try the little something," or I don't know what the fuck it was called. It's a very nice, easy IPA. I like, and then I like Goose Island as well. Okay.
Quick story.
Really go ahead.
Lagunitas was, I think it was based in San Diego or fucking some SoCal town. They sold their brewery for $1 billion because they were blown up so big. And the only stipulation in the contract was they can't open up another microbrewery to make more beer, obviously. So they opened up a fucking distillery, and now they're making millions of dollars off of their whiskey.
What's their whiskey called?
I forgot the name. I'll have to look it up, and I'll send it to you. But
that is very interesting.
They became billionaires, and they said, "We love making alcohol, so we're gonna keep making fucking alcohol."
Good for them. Zach Sancho says, "Lil something smack IPAs W." Yep,
love Lil something.
Yeah, I respect that so much. WJ Love. And again, Bats, thank you for the 10-unit sub bang. Not Nutbuster reached a 5-stream streak. W Nutbuster been a great addition to the community. Okay, let's get back into it. 642. Yeah. I'm going to take you to the South region. 3 of 4. I think we're doing a pretty good tempo and pace. If there's anything you want to harp on, by the way, feel free. I am not rushing you one bit. You're here so we can hear your thoughts in your brain.
I'm good, brother. I want to hear you just fucking spiel about Nebraska. Let the world just listen to D-Gen for a second.
So I talked about it on the board review a little bit, and it's not as confident of a read as San Diego, because I will tell you this: I actually physically watched San Diego before I fell in love with them. And it was really it was just long reach, suffocating defense, and just absolute dog. And that's why I fell in love with that. That to me, that has nothing with Nebraska, with their defense. Nothing. But here's what I like about Nebraska. To me, they kind of seem like a firecracker. So I'm taking a different approach this year. All right. I'm going Katy Perry. All right. When I look at the games that Nebraska played to end the season, they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their last 7. The only one they lost was against Ohio State in Ohio State. And that was an Ohio State team that started playing completely differently than how they were at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Fired coach.
That was a Ohio State team that I think people respected. And then they get into the tournament. They beat the fuck out of Indiana. And then they played Illinois. And they played Illinois. Now, granted, they didn't cover 4.5-point spread. They lost by 9 points. And they gave up 98, which I don't like, but they scored 87. You know what I love about Nebraska is they came out and punched them right in the face. They punched Illinois right in the face. They scored 51 fucking points on Illinois. I couldn't believe it. What's his name? Rank Mast.
Yeah,
was incredible. And honestly, if it wasn't for was his name Terrence Shannon?
Yeah, Terrence Shannon.
Scumbag of a person, from what I understand. But 40 points. Yeah. I think Illinois is good. This whole thing really boiled down to this: do I respect Illinois or not? And I do respect Illinois. So I got to tell you, man, I think Nebraska is live in this tournament. So running into Houston sucks. And I'm not overly confident that they get past that. I do like them against A&M. I hate that I'm going against Freddie Mills and the Sharps and the smart guys or whatnot. But like I said, I'm going to take a little bit of a flyer and bet on Nebraska some way, shape, or form. Not how I did with San Diego State. I want to make that very clear if anybody's watching and looking to tail or whatnot. But yeah, I took them to get to the What is that? Where they play Duke? Is that the Elite Eight? Looks like the Elite Eight.
I think it's the 6. It'd have to be the 16.
Oh, is it? Okay, then maybe it's the Sweet 16. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the round of 32 and then the Sweet 16. So I got him beating Houston. And
Him losing to Duke.
And I have him losing to Duke, and that's probably my bias for the future for Duke. So you can shit on that if you want to, but I'd like to at least know. I know you have Houston going far, obviously, but do you think Nebraska can beat Texas A&M? Please say yes.
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, great. I love to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, A&M, Buzz Williams got them playing great at the end of the season. I still don't see it. I think they're really soft inside still. They run like 70 possessions a game, which is a fucking lot for college.
Yeah.
Their defense is just really bad too. I know they have two phenomenal guards in Taylor and I forgot his name on A&M, but Nebraska can match them basket for basket with Tominaga.
Mm-hmm.
They really can.
I love
and
Tominaga.
Nebraska's performing better at the moment overall as a team. Defensively, their metrics have completely shifted from the first half of the season. So I think they're absolutely live round one.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. And if you tell me Houston beats them, I'm not going to argue that at all. So I don't even want to spend a second.
That's not like a fucking sharp take at all.
Yeah, exactly. W, by the way, betting news with a raid. Thank you very much, Vsauce, Brad, Runyon, Straight Jazz, new couple of follows. Thanks for coming on over. Okay, Matt, let's look at this bracket here. No need to really get into Houston Longwood, but as I make the way down. And I'm going to be at this game. I'm going with, I don't know if you're familiar with Ian McMillan on Friday night. I'm excited. Unfortunately, it's like 9:40, which I'm going to need a fucking espresso to make it through. Wisconsin and James Madison. If anybody's a Barstool fan or follows Pardon My Take, Big Cat, PFT, I think it's a pretty cool rivalry. I hate the Barclays, but I think the atmosphere will be pretty good. I think James Madison's a really trendy 12. I'm not buying it. I think Wisconsin, I don't know that Wisconsin is going to cover necessarily, but I do like Wisconsin to win this game. Agree or disagree?
So my issue is I think almost all the 12s are trendy. I think one of them wins, and I kind of think it's trendy James Madison because
really?
What?
Damn it.
Yeah, because we have McNeese, and we both kind of shit on McNeese just now, right?
Yeah.
And then Grand Canyon, I don't like Grand Canyon against. I think it's a terrible matchup. And then South Dakota, I don't know if anyone's really picking them against Iowa State.
No.
I don't know. 1% of 90% of bettors. I think it's got to be James Madison. I know it's a popular take, like a popular dog, but there's a lot of basketball reasoning behind it. Wisconsin's really fucking bad interior, like on the defense. So, and their guards are not that athletic. Funny enough, James Madison has 3 losses all year in the regular season. 2 of them are the same team. So they've lost to 2 teams all year. So they know how to win.
Wow. Do you think, so I do know, I think Chucky Hepburn is back. And he's pretty fucking good. And he played well. I like him too. So the one thing about Wisconsin is they're an interesting team because they played really well in the beginning of the year. I think they got in like the top 5 or top 6 ranking. Then they shit the bed for a little while. Then they kind of ended the year playing better. I think their 3-point shooting improved, and then they went on a run and slayed the dragon, of which is Purdue. Now, are you? In a way, if somebody wanted to fade Wisconsin, I kind of feel like they're high again. So if you wanted to sell high on them, I get it. I don't necessarily think they're going to go super deep. I have them losing to Duke in the next round.
As do I.
But I agree. I mean, look, at the end of the day, trendy play still hit. There's fucking 64 teams in here. There's going to be a popular underdog that's going to bark. So that's fair enough if you say it's them. Let's talk about my – oh, sorry. Did you have anything else to add on that?
No, I think you're completely on. My only there's just this fucking gap in their resume. They lost 1, 2, 5, 4, 5 of 6. They lost like 9 of 13 games straight up. Damn. To the middle of actually into March. So I know it's been 18 days since March ended or since March started, but that's not a team I really want to back right now. So if I have to pay juice or even lay points with them against a good team on the other side, I don't want to do it. I'd bet on James Madison if anything.
Fair enough. Okay, we're going to move down this bracket. I'm going to skip over Duke and Vermont. I like Texas Tech against NC State. I got dibs on it on my POD, but it looks like a lot of other people just kind of ignored that and took it as their POD, which is fine. 4.5 up to 5.5. I did not get good CLV on this. I haven't placed any bets yet. I'm just going to put my head down and do it. It's kind of one of those things where it's as simple as just kind of fading NC State, really. I think they got really lucky to even be make it past, who was it, Virginia? I heard they won in like an insane fashion. So as simple as that for me. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I have Texas Tech going on to the next round and beating Kentucky, and beating Florida, and then losing to Duke. So I don't know if Texas Tech is capable of that. I'm a little bit of a sucker for like one Big 12 team every year, and I know everybody loves Iowa State. I'm going to kind of get cute with Texas Tech, and I could totally regret that. Anything to like about them or not really?
Personally, I think you're on a completely wrong track with Texas Tech.
That's fine. I want honesty.
just personally.
No.
I don't think they're that good. They live by the 3 ball, which, it can be good, but my issue is they're playing in longer sightlines now. They're playing in NBA arenas. They're playing with harder rims. People are saying always the first round. So typically that's why first half unders always hit, because those backdrops now that were, 200 feet are now 2,000 feet behind them. Much different sightlines. So I think they struggle early. I have them beating NC State for sure. I have them losing. I don't think they keep it close to Kentucky.
Okay, fair enough. So that means you have Kentucky beating Oakland. I've heard a few people get cute with Oakland beating Kentucky. I don't see it. Yeah,
I liked them early. Oakland can score, but if you're trying to outscore Kentucky, you're going to get fucking shit on. They're going to score 120. You're going to score 90, and you're going to lose by 30.
Right. I like Florida. I the injury to the big man might be a big thing. They play the winner of Boise, Colorado. I don't know where you stand on that game. I think Steak likes Boise. A couple of sharp people like Boise. I had Colorado win the Pac-12, so I'm a little salty on them, but I think they're I don't know. I was kind of into Colorado in a few spots this season. Bet on them a handful of times. I think ended up profiting. I know they have Eddie Lampkin from TCU, so he's got experience, and a good guard. I don't know if it's KJ something, KJ Hampton. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, KJ Simpson. Yeah. So they got a couple of dudes. I don't know. I don't know how big of an injury to this big guy for Florida, how much it's going to impact them, but I went with Florida. But my upset in this region, I guess you could say, is Western Kentucky over Marquette. And I'm starting to, I didn't think a lot of people were going to be siding with me on this. And I don't necessarily know that they are, but I guess what I'm realizing when I pay attention to Twitter and kind of listen to the podcast and stuff is nobody's really that high on Marquette. And I kind of thought they would be. I thought people were going to give Marquette a pass for not having Kolek and that he's coming back.
They're shitting on him.
They're shitting on Marquette. And now I'm a little bit fucking scared. And now I'm wondering, as someone with only 3 futures placed, should I add them to my arsenal? I've had Marquette in the past before. I think I've had them 40-1. No, I had an insane number of Marquette one year, and I felt fucking great about them. And at the Big East tournament, I was telling all the Marquette fans in my section, I was like, I think I had 80-1 or 60-1 or something. I was like, you guys think you can win it all? And they were like, no. I was like, oh, fuck. They were honest, at least. They were honest. Like, absolutely not. Sure enough, they didn't make it very far. So Western Kentucky doesn't stand a fucking chance, is what you're telling me.
Not a fucking chance, dude. Dude, I don't care if Kolek doesn't even play. Cam Jones is going to score 40. They're going to eat the Hilltoppers alive.
Okay. All right. Fair
enough.
I
have Marquette. I mean, I love Shaka Smart, too. I know he's only performed 1 year in the tournament. When he was the head coach, was it VCU?
Yes.
I think it was VCU.
Yep.
He hasn't done shit all since then, but I think he's a really good coach. Marquette's been overrated, I think, years past coming in the tournament. Now no one likes him when everyone's selling the Marquette stock. I have their ticket, I think, at 28 or 38 or 32-1. I'm okay with it. And I have them beating Kentucky and losing to Houston in the Elite Eight.
Beating Kentucky and losing to Houston in the Elite Eight. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I think that's good for that bracket. And we are going to go to the East. So I chalked it up with UConn in my bracket. I didn't bet on them, but I chalked it up. I'm just so incredibly impressed with this team. I think they're top to bottom so incredibly good. And Hurley is a bit of a psychopath.
Oh, can I actually pause you for 1 second, DJ? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot. So I wanted to touch on Florida just for a second. I think the loss of that big man kind of deflates that entire team.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear about Florida. So you're out on them.
I am. They're on a high. I mean, I know Javon and Steak really like them. I think Steak is just a biased Florida alumni.
He's actually not.
Oh, he's not?
He's not very biased.
For some reason.
No. Oh. Javon likes him too, even with the injury?
Well, he liked him going in like the whole season long. He was buying Florida stock before people started knowing him. So I definitely respect that take.
Yeah.
They're a really good team. I think they just – the way they look so deflated against Auburn, and I know that's really hard to come back from, like in moment in the game. I don't know if they can come back a week later. But that's just personal fucking opinion.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Let's go to the East. I don't think Stetson stands a chance in hell
We can
to
move
hang.
on. They're not going to score 50.
FAU Northwestern. Matt, tell me my FAU future has life. I know this might be the squarest bet of round one. I don't give a shit. I'm not buying it with Northwestern. Boo Booey was a very cute story. I watched, I think I had Wisconsin in the first half in that game where he couldn't miss. He had like fucking 16 quick points. And then Wisconsin ended up coming back and covering, and Northwestern didn't really do much after that. I want to say that FAU has the potential. They just haven't really given a fuck all season. Are you squaring up with the Owls? Are you hooting or no?
Is FAU square? They're the lower seed.
No, FAU's 8.
Are they 8?
Yeah, they're 8. Northwestern's 9.
No,
and they're a favorite. And they're a favorite.
Anyways, yeah, that's fair enough. I think a lot of people fucking hate FAU, man. They upset a lot of people this year betting on them. They laid double digits every fucking game. They were awful at ATS. They lost to Temple as 14-point favorites in the tournament.
Correct.
Again, they shouldn't be here. I think they smoked Northwestern, bro.
Oh God, I love to hear that. So I have them moving forward. Okay, so Steak, I don't know if Steak is still in here. Steak, this is where I disagree with him, and you're a West Coast guy. You probably know San Diego State better than I do, even though I am a self-proclaimed San Diego State whisperer. But they're playing UAB. I feel like UAB is actually a sneaky, trendy 12 seed to upset San Diego State. San Diego State is not really impressed anybody in my opinion this year, and UAB just won their conference tournament. So if you want to take them with the points, fine with me. But if you're taking them to win, I say absolutely not. Agree or disagree?
I disagree. If UAB covers, I think they win. If San Diego State covers, I do not think it's close whatsoever.
So I'm going to make UAB team total under a play of mine. I don't think they're going to be used to a style of defense that San Diego State can play. And I think they have enough experience from the guys that, especially Liddy, that were there last year. I don't know that UAB has seen a defense like this.
Not in the AAC for sure. Again, my issue is we saw it almost all tournament with San Diego State. They really struggle to score points. Like, I don't care who they're playing. I know they've scored 80 a couple times in the Mountain West this year. Mm-hmm. Their offense is still just really stagnant. You know, their shooters are not great shooters. If UAB gets hot, you know, if they just shoot the lights out, which you can easily do, obviously, in basketball, greater offense beats great defense. We know that in this sport. If UAB gets hot, I think SDSU kind of gets run out of the gym. But if SDSU obviously is on so I bet the under with UAB Temple. This motherfucker went 5 of 5 from 3 in the first half on UAB. And he scored 32 points. He had like fucking 12 shots. It just pissed me the fuck off.
He ain't doing that shit again.
He was guarded well. Again, the point is good offense wins in basketball. We know this. And SDSU's offense just really pisses me off.
It's bad.
After watching them in the championship game last year. Dude,
it's bad.
I can't get there with SDSU on my end. I think, again, if UAB covers, they win. So I do not think a spread ticket is smart on UAB.
Okay.
So I think you have a good bet on the total team under, but if they go over, they're going to lose outright.
Okay. Danilo41, DGen, am I going to be able to replay this? Yes, you can rewatch it on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube. UAB looks good on paper. That's it. One win and bust. SDSU reminds me of Virginia in the first round last year. As self-appointed VP of marketing contractor, where could one get one of these sweet gambling hats you two handsome men are wearing? Oh, thank you, Cornfields, for asking. You can go to the degenerateweekly.com. Here, I'll pop it in here. Also, subscribe to the newsletter for free. Their newsletter will be out tomorrow morning. Greg's working on it. W Corn, by the way, as always. I still don't have Corn's picks. I would love to hear him. Corn, if you want to come on the stream tomorrow, spot open. Get in the Discord. W Snidesy for dropping the Discord. Okay, we'll keep moving. I do have a
quick little funny story. I gave Corn Arizona to win the Pac-12 championship at -160, and he blocked me on Twitter. So,
actually, respect the fuck out of that move.
Yeah, I'm happy he did.
Okay, a couple more games left. I've got a softish stop at 7, but I think we're doing pretty good. Would you agree?
Yeah,
Tempo pace.
how do you say we're moving and grooving, brother?
Como se dice? Moving and grooving. Love that. All right. Okay. So these next couple games are going to take a little bit of time because I think they're all great matchups because I think this is the toughest region. Auburn and Yale.
I don't know how you put the Big East tournament championship winner, the SEC tournament championship winner, the Big 12 tournament championship winner, and the Big fucking 10 tournament championship winner in the same fucking bracket. That makes no fucking sense. So you're saying that Iowa State's the worst 2, Auburn's the worst 4, and where are they? Illinois is the worst 3? No fucking sense. It's idiotic. These teams got fucked in the ass.
Well, in a way, I'm picking UConn to win, and I thought to myself, yeah, it's going to be popular because everybody thinks they're really good. But then I thought repeating is really hard, and they have the region of death, if you want to call it that. And I was like, maybe it won't be that popular. So Steak was making fun of me, and he was like, "Oh, you're picking UConn to win. That's why they pay the big bucks." I'm definitely just squaring up with it, but I thought there was maybe an element of contrarian, but I guess not.
They're the most popular ESPN pick.
I saw that. Yeah. So fuck me. Okay. So Auburn and Yale. I think that Steak really likes Yale. I don't know anything about Yale. I'm not going to pretend to. I can't fade Auburn. Go ahead.
I know a lot of really smart people like Yale. One of Auburn's best traits is their rebounding ability. Yale has 2 massive centers that just eat up the boards. So it limits possessions for Auburn, which is really good. Mm-hmm. And my one issue with Auburn is they don't really have a star player. I love when you have a bunch of dogs. At the same time, you need a guy that you could just look to and D-Gen. Just fucking take the ball and make the basket. We can't score, just make it for us, Mm-hmm. They don't really have anybody like that. So that's kind of my issue with them. And I get why the Yale people like Yale. There's a lot of metrics that say Auburn – that yet they match up incredibly well.
Yeah, I wish everyone the best that's going to do it, and I'm sure good Yale insight unblocked. That's very funny. I like that Korn has such a good sense of humor because I thought at first when I encountered with him, I thought he was just going to be just a straight up asshole. Which is good. If you're an asshole, as long as you have a sense of humor, it's okay with me. So, yeah, I can't do it. I don't think I'm gonna have a bet on this game. So I can't join the sharps. I can't join the squares. I can't do anything. I'm out. I have Auburn winning. Then I have them losing to San Diego State, which is probably a really, really bad decision because San Diego State cannot score. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I have Auburn losing to UConn in the Sweet 16.
Okay.
But I do not think they cover against Yale. I think it's a really tough game for them.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, talk to me about BYU Duquesne. This is a problem because,
dude, I have BYU coming out of this bracket. I have them beating UConn in the Elite Eight. Yeah, I have BYU beating UConn in the Elite Eight. I think UConn has a dogfight against FAU. I think they have a dogfight against Auburn. And I think the way BYU plays and their ability to shoot threes and their ability to defend that nobody really respects, I think they beat UConn in the Elite Eight and come out of this bracket. The odds for them are phenomenal. No one respects them. And you have a bunch of 25-year-olds that are coming off of 10-year missions in Mexico and Guadalajara that are ready to play basketball, man.
Bat says, how many beers have you had? So far, only one that we can see. So, okay, I respect the take.
You don't have to respect it. It's not a great take.
No.
But
I disagree. I think it is a respectful take because BYU is a team. I think you maybe said this about someone else. I think they live and die by the 3, right? They're very good 3-point shooters.
So they don't live and die by the 3, but 5 people on the team shoot over 35% from the 3. So if 2 people are having a bad game, you have 3 people still shooting above average. So it's really hard to stop their offense. And they still play really good defense. They're not super athletic, but I don't think you need to be.
Fair enough. So I really don't think people keep talking about Duquesne, Pittsburgh tough. This being a tough matchup for BYU. I think Duquesne might have a good perimeter defense. I'm not really buying it.
Duquesne has a good perimeter. They have one of the best perimeter 3-point defenses in one of the worst 3-point shooting leagues in the entire fucking country. Let's add the whole context there.
Very good point. That might have been your best point this stream, in my opinion.
It's
Great
like when
point.
people can say, what's it? A jack of all trades, but master of none. People
Yeah.
forget master of none because they know everything, but they don't know like details about anything.
Sure.
They have a good defense and a really bad shooting conference. Put context into that. You know what I saw with my own fucking eyes, DJ, on Sunday?
What?
Duquesne went 0 for 14 to start the second half. 0 for 14.
Yeah, that's right. And they still
They're
won.
not going to fucking score.
Yeah.
BYU is going to shit on them.
This is a game where I think you look up and BYU is up like 88-64. I think it's going to be really ugly. I was a little nervous because the line got away from me. BYU is one of the games I liked early, and I think it was like they were -6.5 or 7. Now they're up to 9.5.
Yeah.
So
They're going to blow them out.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Am I going to be that guy that's like, I'm late to the party. I'll just wait. I was going to hopefully see if there's some buyback on Duquesne. I know you're laughing, but I'm trying to be more responsible.
No, I think I get the point. I laughed at K444's comment.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need my next pet, Major. Matthew, can you repeat that, please? Oh no, if you miss anything, you can rewatch it. Snidesy says we're gonna need more afternoon streams. Afternoon, brother. It's 7:06. Okay,
well, it's a sunny 4 o'clock here. So all right,
fuck out of here. All right, so I'm glad we agree on that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So the one, no, don't apologize. This is your show. I think something you're going to hate about BYU. So they're a really poorly seeded 6 team, so they should have been lower. The reason why they're a 6 seed is because they can't play on Sundays because they're Mormons.
God.
I know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and the reason why Duquesne is like the worst 11 seed ever is because they got lazy and they thought VCU was going to be in here. But the reason why they're okay with setting them at 11 is because BYU, they switched them to the 6 seed, so they matched up. It screws BYU like long term in this bracket, but Duquesne's gonna get rolled.
Okay.
Rolled.
Love to hear that. All right, 3 more games. Let's finish up strong. Illinois, Morehead State. I think State.
Morehead's winning.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Nope.
Why do people disrespect
Illinois? It's because they live and die at the free throw line. Terrence Shannon averaged 20 free throw attempts in the tournament.
That's wild.
Their defensive metrics are atrocious. Do you remember 2 or 3 years ago when Iowa had to win the Big Ten tournament to get in, and they lost to Richmond in round 1?
Yes, I do.
So the reason why that's coming up this year is because Illinois has the exact same offensive metrics as Illinois this year, and the exact same defensive metrics as Iowa that year. They are really bad defensively, and what we know from Morehead is that they rebound really well. So they're going to limit possessions. They don't turn the ball over, which is good. That's Illinois thrives off of turnovers and fast break points. Morehead will not allow that because they have a really senior team, and they play really slow. They're a well-coached team that has a pretty tenured coach, and they will frustrate Illinois. And what do we? I know you hate Matt Painter, but you know who Brad Underwood is, right?
Oh, I don't like him. I don't like him one bit.
His resume in this tournament is atrocious. And people are telling you that they want to lay 10 points or more than 10 points because of the name, because they just won the Big Ten.
Mm. Brad Underwood looks to me like he kicks puppies, and I don't like him for that.
Yeah, great. That's a great way to say it.
I have a problem with Morehead State.
What?
They lost to the Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles as 15.5-point favorites at home.
When did they do that?
Fucking, I guess they did it in February 20th. How long ago was that? A month ago.
That was a month ago. So if I told you that, I told you this about the under in, what was it? It was St. Bonnie's and Duquesne, I think. Mm-hmm. And you said, Matt, I don't give a fuck. That game was 30 days ago.
Yeah,
it doesn't apply today.
Yeah.
So I'm just using your words against you, brother.
Fair enough. Okay. All right, fine. I cannot do it, but I'm not going to bet Illinois. I'm not going to touch Illinois. I have them winning. I have them beating BYU and losing to UConn. Maybe I'll switch that up in my next bracket because I like the BYU stuff, and I don't love Illinois, but I do respect them a little bit because they have the star. I like that Dumas guy. I don't know. I'm saying his name wrong. Domask. Love that guy.
But you know who also was on their roster, though, right?
Coleman Hawkins, your favorite fucking Draymond Green wannabe. Yeah.
Dude, he's 7 feet with braces. I don't know if I've ever seen a 7-footer with braces on. I can't respect that guy.
Tell me Drake is going to do exactly what they did last year, but in a different fashion, in the sense that last year they played Miami, and Miami was very, very popular, short line. Drake was in control of the game, and then it fucking blew it. I actually squared up in that game. I called Drake, my infamous fake sharp. This is where I feel like everyone is on Drake. Squares, sharps, doesn't matter. I'm not seeing anyone respect Washington State. Maybe I'm wrong. So I'm not going to necessarily nuke it. I'm not going to POD it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think I like Washington State. Should I not?
I already bet Washington State.
Ha! Okay, well,
there we go. Dude, the coming to the bracket, I was like, Drake, I'm gonna bet them every game, and they're gonna be dogs, and I'm gonna love them. First fucking game, they're the most popular mid-major to bet on. They just beat everyone's favorite mid-major and everyone's favorite big goofy guy in Indiana State, right? They kicked him out of the tournament, and now they have, I don't know if many people knew of Tucker DeVries before this game, but what's going to happen is Washington State has a guy named Isaac Jones and Max Rice. Isaac Jones is going to get Tucker DeVries in foul trouble, and when he sits down, Drake is just going to struggle offensively. Without him scoring, kind of like RJ Davis, but even more to extent with Tucker, if he doesn't score 25 a game, their offense just stalls. And Wazoo, who's really big and really thick, as you would, with 2 C's and not CK, I think they just manhandled Drake defensively.
All right, music to my fucking ears. I think I'm going to get to the window with Washington State. And then the last game in this bracket for round 1, Iowa State, South Dakota. I'm not going to get cute here. I'm going to assume Iowa State's going to win. I have Iowa State beating Drake. I'm sorry. I'm going to change that. I think in my stream I was joking around and I was going to pick Wazoo, and then somebody, Jake Hazen, said Mikey Overs is on Wazoo, so I switched it jokingly. Iowa State to advance and play Illinois, lose to Illinois. Maybe I'm respecting Illinois too much. My final 4 is UConn, Arizona, and Duke and Tennessee. I don't love Purdue.
So who do you have Purdue losing to?
I have Purdue. Oh God, I have them losing to Kansas. Should I not?
I get and I respect Stake's take on like this team is being the most disrespected ever, but they still have Bill Self, and I think they're just bad, dude.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed either.
I think that Hunter Dickinson is the biggest left-handed wiener I've ever seen in the NCAA tournament.
So agree. I don't like him at all.
He has zero dog. He left Michigan to run to Kansas with his tail between his legs to come to Bill Self, and he gets no hate for sucking ass. Yep. It's only Bill Self sucks, and Kevin McCullough sucks.
Yeah,
and I do not like, and I just don't like him, man.
I was gonna tweet, or I think I did tweet something about Hunter Dickinson, and before I pressed send, I was like, "Am I gonna get shit? Like, am I going to get lashed at?" Because again, I'm not a CBB expert, but I thought I was going to say something bad about Hunter Dickinson. I thought a lot of people were going to come at me and say like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Hunter Dickinson's really good. He's one of the versatile big men." But most people agreed with me. They're like, "Yeah, no fucking dog. He's overrated." Blah blah blah. And I was like,
"No dog."
Not a fan. I don't even really like McCullough, who is like their guy.
I do not like McCullough. Yeah,
I'm not a McCullough guy.
I will say he has a big. First off, W Hill Daddy. He's watching from the airplane. So
he is. That's awesome. Right. W Hill Daddy.
Get safe. I do think it kind of sucks for McCullough. There's so much put on his shoulders this year offensively because that team is just not good. They rely on him a lot. But I know if you remember, Steak mentioned John Furphy, their Australian kid that's like a sharpshooter.
Yep.
Dude, when he's on defense, you're gonna see some athletic guy just dunk on him, and he's going to get what's it called? Like he's gonna get posted up. What's fucking dunked on? No.
Dunked on? No. Oh man,
like
this
clipped?
is such a boomer moment, dude.
I know. What's it called? Like a frozen
postered.
Jesus Christ.
Gonna get posterized.
Well, it's not a word anymore because no one has a poster. Everyone just has like digital.
Yeah, NFTs.
Yeah. Oh shit! Bats knew the word posterized. Now I feel bad.
Oh, that's okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think Kansas is. I've convinced myself. No matter how bad Kansas is, it's still Bill Self, who's ever lost like 10 games at home, and he has too much juice and respect in his name to I ever want to play it or back it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Matt, appreciate it. Before we get you out of here, I just want to address a few things people said, and then we'll. Nikki Gamble said, "DJ, I'm a Guinness fan for my first one on St. Patty's Day." W's. Fun fact: I reached out to Guinness and said, "Hey, would you want to sponsor me?" They said, "We don't do any solicited sponsors." I was like, "All right, I'll go fuck myself."
Oh, I will say to interrupt you very quickly. My dad used to own a restaurant, and I had a guy come in with his daughter, 1-year-old daughter. She was the first baby ever born in the Guinness factory. His wife started labor in the Guinness factory. So, fun fact: she gets free Guinness for life. She has some weird stamp card with all the owners' names and signatures, and it's legit.
The mom or the daughter?
The daughter.
That's very cool.
And this is like 5 years ago, so she can't even drink still.
When my wife is in labor, we're gonna go to Ireland and just hang out the fucking at the Guinness factory and try to get that.
Right.
Real quick, this was a good question, Matt. Can you see Wazoo taking down Iowa State?
I can. So I love Iowa State. Again, they're kind of like Houston, not this year because I think Houston's 3 guards are fantastic. Iowa State is just a dog on defense, and they struggle so much in offense. We've seen it the past 3 years. They haven't changed much this year. If Washington State gets in the rhythm, because they have some really big wings that could take advantage of Iowa State's lack of size, if you would, if they get in a dogfight, I think Wazoo can take them down. I think they can, not easily, but I don't think it's going to be super hard for them if it's a close game. Okay. Iowa State is fantastic, but they're a lot of people's favorite team to like back this year because they just shit on Houston, obviously, by 20. That's going to carry too much respect into this next tournament.
That's a good point. I can see that. And then last thing before we shut it down, any plays on the playing games tonight? Howard, Wagner. Yes. Yep. All right, go ahead. Talk to me about
you, first off. So in the NIT, home teams play at home. So I think you should fade that. Does that make sense? So LSU, yeah, it's idiotic. But I think
I did know that, but I don't like that you're saying that because I took it UCF.
Yeah, they play at home. So there's going to be that extra juice that people aren't aware of. I don't like it. But what I do like is North Texas. Do you know what division North Texas plays in?
Hold on. The SWAC.
Perfect, because you don't know. Okay. So North Texas, a team that really nobody really knows, and the question to you is kind of the summation of general public who don't really pay attention to college basketball, which is fine.
Sure.
They opened up a 3.5-point dog to an SEC team in LSU, and they got shorter in LSU.
But does anybody like LSU? I thought about taking North Texas. I thought that felt too easy. Didn't North Texas win the NIT last year?
Yeah, but they lost their head coach. Their head coach is actually Texas's Tech head coach this year.
Okay.
So
I like to.
But if I get the point that you're saying, but if I just simply put AAC team getting shorter as a dog in SEC territory. I mean, if it's not FAU this year, that's a lot of respect in the market, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Okay, what about Colorado State, Virginia?
Dude, I mean, I first I said it on stream with you and Strake. I loved Virginia until I found out today. Everybody loved Virginia. Every single sharp. Every single Twitter profile I came across outside of Ref That Bets is on Virginia today because they shouldn't be there and they're so sharp and Tony Bennett's amazing. I'm now convinced of the reason they're not in the tournament. They fucking suck. They're just bad. They suck at free throws. They can't score. I think Colorado State just wins. I do think it goes over though. That's my contrarian take.
Okay.
So I did take the over because if Virginia is competent, it's gonna go over, and I think they have to be competent.
I might tell that because it's surprising to me that over is moving up, and like you said, it's not idiots moving that number up. It's got to be smart people, not necessarily.
But maybe it's moving up and just drawing us more idiots in. So
yeah, because you have to worry though because overs are public in general, and they see
not in this game.
Right, but they see a 118 and 119. People want action, and they might just say, "Fuck it, give me the over. It's so low." Blah 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 blah.
But then you can argue. Remember that game, the NFL game with Denver and New England on Sunday night? It was like a 36 total, and it scored like 9 points in the first half. Yes. Then they scored like 35 points in the second half. So in these games that people want to bet unders, I'm okay taking the over then, even if it still seems short.
Totally agree. I'm with you there. Bat said, "Okay, I'm drunk putting money on Colorado State. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to root for the greater good." for the greater good of human beings and everything is Virginia not making it into the tournament. Asked my coworker who doesn't watch CBB, and he said never heard of Colorado State and would take Virginia. Yep, sounds about right. Okay, Big Bub said, "What's up, DJ? What's up, Big Bubs?" Okay, Matt, any parting words before we sign off?
Yes. The College of Charleston is going to fuck a lot of your brackets who are listening to these words right now.
Wow. I don't really know that.
Steady hand. You ever seen the movie Blazing Saddles?
A long time ago, yeah.
Dude, so you remember this fucking scene? Who's the Gene Wilder? He's saying, "Look at my hand, how steady it is." Then he's like, "This is my shooting hand.
Yes.
This is the hand I shoot with."
Yeah.
So steady hand, brother. College of Charleston is going to upset Bama. They're going to unfortunately sadden my Gales in the round of 32. And they're going to mess up a lot of people's bracket. It's okay if you disagree. I am wrong a lot. A lot.
Well, it's not that I necessarily disagree because I don't know that I fear Bama. And it's a very, very big spread. I'm looking at College of Charleston. I guess their recent 2 performances is nothing that, even though they won, it wasn't that impressive, but they did end the year really well, winning 4 straight. Oh, no, I'm sorry, covering 4 straight. They haven't lost since February 1st. Yeah, you might be right. I thought that might have been a really – who likes Bama this year? And so
Everybody
I thought –
likes Bama. Everyone loves their offense.
But, everybody's looking for a sleeper. Nobody's really looking for a 9.5-point favorite. Like, Charleston is that name that is a little trendy in March. A little, not a lot.
I would say in previous years, yes. But this year we have McNeese. We have all these other dogs that people are loving,
True.
I would say on a list of top 10 trendy dogs, they're probably around 8 to 10.
Okay, I'll give you that. They're on the list. They're not high on the list. There's a lot of other teams up there taking away the spotlight. I'll give you that.
Right. And quick, just to address some of these comments, I agree that College of Charleston and Bama, they play a very similar play style. But you're telling me there's a 173 total, and that tells me that Charleston is absolutely going to take advantage of Bama's defense.
Yeah.
And in a high-scoring game that against a team that can't play defense in Bama, I will never lay the points. Not with these kids. So that's just my bold take for the tournament.
Fair enough. Matt, bravo. Thank you so much. Listen, anytime. I think that it's unfortunate that college basketball is winding down. You know your shit. You had a great, a successful betting season, W's. But baseball is firing up. And you also know baseball. And if you want to come on, we're going to talk baseball futures next week. If you want to slide in or do something evening-wise, would love to have you on. I know you're an Angels fan, which is really weird. But
I'm from California. I'm from Southern California.
Why didn't you pick the Padres, the Giants, the Dodgers? I don't know. You want to be different?
I mean, yeah, because when I went to games when I was a kid, I saw people get beat up at Dodger Stadium. I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I love the Padres guy. I love the Padres San Diego, but I don't want to be in prissy San Diego with my cup of tea every fucking morning. I'm a down-to-earth OC kid, man. I wear my tank tops. I wear my sandals. It's 100 degrees in January, and I accept it.
The only thing I know about the Angels, I remember David, was it Eckstein? The guy who ran out, walked to first base.
Oh, yeah.
Love that guy. Absolutely love him.
Last one I have for you. There was the pitcher for the World Championship team, one of the main pitchers. I forgot his name. For the Angels when they won. I used to live on the same street as him, and I knocked on his house. I once TP'd his house, and he had a camera with just regular cameras on his yard. He found me, followed me to my house, eventually in my footpath, and had me come clean it up a week later.
I respect that move, but why were you TPing his house? Was it Halloween or something?
No, because he just won the World Series, and I thought this was really cool.
Oh, you were doing it for fun.
Yeah, I was fucking 12 years old, and I TP'd his house. I told my friends about it at school. I was the cool guy, and then I fucking had to go clean it all up.
Yeah, not good. Okay. And the last thing I wanted to say, your most confident tournament winner is Arizona. Is that correct?
Yep. They are my highest. Oh, I'll tell you my 16s real quick.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Arizona is my highest wagered future as of right now. I have Purdue. I have Houston. I have Creighton. I have who else do I have? I have Iowa State and I have Marquette.
I might join you on Marquette. I might.
I like them. So I think what did I have him losing? I think it's a dogfight against Houston. So if it's I think either Houston or Marquette come out of that bracket. I
Okay.
have two upsets in I guess BYU is my biggest upset. Arizona's a 2 seed, but then I have Houston Purdue as the ones coming out of out of their side. So those are my 6. Those are my plays. I don't want to really add any more right now. And I know some people DM me about why I don't like UConn. I think they're phenomenal. And at this point with their bracket, with their draw, as many rock fights as they're going to get in, do I want to get 4-1 on my odds for them to come out of that side? I don't really want to do that. So just not worth the juice in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I more than respect that. North Texas started. It's 2020 dogfight right now.
Who's winning?
2020.
Oh, shit. Oh, so the dog's covering. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. You're good. You're looking good right now. Matt, thank you very much. This was great. I will. I'll post the video on Twitter if anybody wants to rewatch it tomorrow, and I'll chat with you later. Thank you for making the time, and good luck on your bracket.
Yeah, this is always fun. Always talking to you, Jen. I think we have a really good rapport. I do think though that I think MLB starts like tomorrow or soon. So
No, it doesn't. It starts March 28th.
But like futures wise,
I'm not talking MLB futures because there's a fucking game in Korea 8 days before everybody else plays during the fucking first week of March Madness. I'm just not doing it.
That's fair.
Take a stand for nothing or fall for everything. Wasn't that a Batman quote or something?
Sure. I like it though. Thank you guys as always. If you want the hat, I'm selling it for $500. Please donate to my cause. Hit me up in the DMs. Thanks.
All right, W's. Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Have a great night. Good luck on your bets and your brackets. I will see you guys tomorrow at the Board Review, 11 a.m. Peace.